Hey everybody, and welcome on back to Sourceblock. Today we are back here on the Sourceblock SMP server, and I am so excited to be back here. We have a brand new elytra at the end of last episode where we had probably one of the most epic dragon fights you will ever see in Minecraft. If you missed that one, be sure to go check out the cinematic. I had so much fun building that, and the feedback was absolutely amazing. I can guarantee it's not one of those typical Minecraft dragon fights. I promise you, it's not the boring one of everybody shouting over each other. It was really fun to do. Afterwards, we came in here and figured out what our hot springs looking like. They're going to look like. You can see the little bit of steam and everything coming off here. We have some campfires hidden underneath that. So we have this hot source of water flowing out of there that's giving life to the region around it, able to support our potato crops. On top of that, we also terraformed this mountain out a little bit further and built up an awesome structure on the top of it with another tower. And I realize I'm missing some trapdoors right there on every single side, like we have on that one. So I'll fix that here shortly. But what we're going to be doing today to get ourselves started is I've been spending a lot of time AFK on the server at our sugarcane farm, trading all the sugarcane into paper, or turning it all into paper, trading it for paper for emeralds, and turning our emeralds into bricks. And we have all these structures planned out. So we're going to be starting off today with a big old time lapse, building up a bunch of structures. This here is going to be a new temporary storage room because that thing over there is driving me absolutely insane. Whoever thought that was a great idea for a storage system, they are not smart. They are very not intelligent. So don't listen to them and don't do that. Then we're gonna, so we got 1 house, 2 house, and 3 house down there, and that should be good. And then I want to work on spending some time detailing out our village. So let's get to it. Coming through our village, I wanted to quickly stack up the brick going all the way around just to verify that I had enough of the stuff. On these 2 structures that we're building, the second and third one, we're adding small towers to these where we're going to add that cool Asian styled roof that we've been doing with very spiky bits on the corners. And the raised up center that you can kind of see there on the left side of the screen on top of our stonemason house. And then the storage room in there, I just threw a bunch of chests inside of that. We'll get that thing sorted out here soon. But on top of that, I want to come through here and just roughly detail out all of these surrounding areas. I like these ones. I think it turned out pretty well. I like the height variation that we're getting by adding these small towers into the base. And I know a lot of people have been saying, well, we're in such a cold, snowy environment. We need to have more steep roofs so the snow can actually fall off of them. And the more I was looking into the structures, the architecture that we're basing all this stuff off of, they didn't really have those steep roofs. So I don't know quite how they got the snow off of them, maybe by heat or something, but that's kind of where I'm at for now. Walking through the village is feeling much better now because there's actually something to walk through instead of just walking by 2, maybe 3 buildings. So that's really cool, but there's a lot of detail work that we need to be doing on the inside of every single one of these structures. So I thought a good way that we could do this is like with a stutter step time lapse almost type thing of more or less the before and after. And also I need to get all my junk moved over into our new storage room. This thing is going to be much, much easier to work with. I think what I am most happy with is everything is moved in here. I didn't have a place to fit our furnaces in for now. They're just in the floor, but I think that's okay. It really makes us feel like a survival storage room, like a typical survival storage room, but we've got everything in here. It's organized for the most part, and it's real good. We have a lot of riches though, everybody. Check this out. We got so much stuff, and most importantly, 4 buckets of pufferfish. Saw a wandering trader. He had pufferfish. Figured we had to buy them. Let me know who we should prank with them. That's enough of that, though. We added in all of the interiors for every single one of these homes, which I love. They're so nice. They're so cool to just walk around in. There's a few areas that I didn't show in that little cinematic shot of the before and after stuff We got some attic spaces up in the top of the little tower things and everything we got going on. I really love this one though, because you come up here and you're like, okay, there's a floor right here, but then a single stair up, and its open concept is there's another floor on another level, and I think that is so cool. What I would like to do now is spend a bit of time doing some research actually on what types of trees exist in like the Tibetan area, because that's what we're taking a lot of inspiration for a lot of our architecture that we're using here. And I'm really not sure what type of trees they have. I think they have cypress trees for one, and then a few other different ones. I don't know. I'm gonna go do some research and come back to y'all. First off, I've done all my research and everything, but I've decided to bring the bushy leaves from my personal texture pack over into this world. I couldn't handle it, everybody. I couldn't handle the base leaves. I need the bushy leaves. They just make the game look so much better to me. It's a big game changer. So we added those over here. Let me know your feedback on that one. We're just bringing over the leaves. We're not bringing over any other textures. And they're all the vanilla textures, so it shouldn't change too much of anything going on around here. On top of that, I also did some research on some trees, and it looks like we're going to use like pine trees, spruce trees, and there's this cool one that I found that was the Tibetan lace bark pine tree is what it's called. It looks like it's more or less we could use birch as the base wood type and then use some spruce leaves as well as some birch leaves to mix into the top. I've been kind of playing around with some ideas in a test world, and I think I got a good one. So I'm gonna add a few trees around here, and I'll see y'all on the other side. Also, by building trees, I definitely meant I was gonna be coming out here and gathering leaves because we have no birch. So it's time to gather up some of this stuff. Decided to mix things up here and bring in some cool ray tracing shaders to see kind of what the time lapse would be like here. So let me know what y'all are thinking. But we're building up first here is that pine tree, where this is basically that weathered spruce tree that we've been building over in the single player world, but this is just using oak wood and oak leaves on top of it. The oak leaves in this biome give that really cool colder green color that really helps with making it feel more like a pine tree. So I thought it was a really cool addition in here. So there's our first one. And then quickly, we're going to be adding a second one over here just to get a few more trees in here and help create that atmosphere of looking down this village street that we have, kind of going from our future docks area coming back up into this vicinity. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited for it. Then moving over into the second place, we're building up that special type of tree that I was talking about that I can't remember the name for again, but in here we're using the birch wood as the base for us, and then on top of it we're using birch leaves as well as spruce leaves kind of mixed in there together, and it gives a really cool color when they're just mashed in there together, so many of them. I know it's a little hard to see through the foggy thing going on here with the shaders, but this is more for the eye candy aspect of it. And then we're going to quickly be building up a second one over here as well. I want to just add in 2 of each kind of tree for now, just so we can have some variety inside of the village as you're walking around, and it helps kind of finish this area off. It feels so much more polished now that we have some life in here with trees. I think we can officially say we have created a village today. I love these trees. I want to show you all a better glimpse of them here in game instead of with the ray tracing stuff. So as mentioned, these trees are a combination of our spruce leaves as well as our birch leaves, and I think they add a cool color and texture together here. If you kind of look at the ways the colors blend from a distance away, you get a really cool look to this one, and I like it. It's kind of the color that I saw when I was looking at the images of this whatever tree. I'm really gonna have to go figure out the name of that one, but what I wanted to do in here for a little bit now is actually come in and increase the snow layers around the base of the trees, because it kind of would look like the snow gathered here. I know typically if you think of like tree wells when you're out skiing or something like that, it probably wouldn't be so much like as high around the base of the tree and more higher like moving away from it, but these are kind of the only areas where we're gonna have a whole lot of snow in this entire place. So I figure that people would be sweeping the snow off of the streets and towards the trees just to get it out of the way. So that's kind of why I've been piling all this stuff up around these for now, and I like it though. I think they're fitting in really well. Here's a better look at these pine trees that we have. It's just oak leaves, oak wood, and all that stuff, and they're just kind of spiked up there. I really like them. I think they look really well together, and I think this environment is really starting to come together here as well. We need to incorporate some of those plain spruce trees as well, but there's a lot of things and apparently a lot of wells that we're going to be making. The next thing I would like to focus on today's episode, however, is adding some more color into this environment. One thing that I was looking at inside while doing some research, and I came across while looking at a lot of these trees, is inside of the Tibetan environments, they're really big on prayer flags, and they're basically just strings of flags kind of going between houses or all being attached from like the ground to a rock or something on the side of a mountain. Just a bunch of flags everywhere, and I know we can't really do that quite the same way inside of Minecraft, but one thing we do have available to us is banners. With those, I think we can achieve a really cool result by stacking them on top of each other, but I don't know quite how much wool I have to me right now. We have the sheep over there, but I want to use some colors. I don't want to use just plain Jane, and we don't have very much. So I'm gonna gather some wool, make some banners, and I'll be back with y'all. I don't know where these cats keep coming from, but there are so many stray cats inside of our sheep pen. It's insane. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's a 5th one in that mess right there. And like, what the heck? Where are these things coming from? At this point, it probably would have been a lot more efficient just to dye the sheep different colors, because all I wanted was yellow and orange. So we've got quite a bit of both of them at this point, and my shears are basically broken. I did go back to spawn, found Catherine's AFK Fisher, and nabbed some fish from there so that we could tame up a few kitties and plant them around the area, and I think it's awesome. I love having them in here. But anyways, my plan for the banner thingy that I was talking about, I'm trying to find a good spot for it. For now, let's just throw one up right here. So what I was thinking was, ooh, no, that's not right. Let's get some scaffolding out so we can pillar up here together. And I was thinking we could do like yellow. If you kind of slightly turn yourself when you're placing these, it can look really, really cool. So what I want to do is have them alternating just a little bit, so they're not quite stacked up on top of each other, but they're still kind of having a little bit more color and like variety to them instead of just being flat. And then we can do, so there's 4 right there, and I was thinking we could do like a orange one on top of here, and then we top it again with a yellow at the top, so you get that little bit of a strip of orange in there. I think something like that looks pretty cool. What it looks like if we just make it straight though would be that, roughly that, maybe a little bit taller. Maybe we do like a double orange instead of just a single orange. That could work a little bit better. Now that I'm looking at this though, I kind of like that. I love the yellow and orange colors. Let me dot a few of these around. I really want to make sure we're not overdoing it with these so that they're not just totally obtrusive and everywhere. And I've decided that I actually like the straighter one. The straight flat one where it's just like that. The other one was just kind of getting too busy for me. So you know me, I like the cleaner look of things. From the back end, they don't look too bad just having that wooden spike going all the way up to them. But I think they look pretty cool. So we added in one there. One over on that other side, and a third one is smack dab right here in front of our enchanting place, or our librarian place. But as I was kind of thinking about this and doing all that stuff, and realizing how good an AFK Fisher probably is to have at this point, especially for bows, because I hate enchanting bows, I think we're gonna build a little shack up on the top up there and house an AFK Fisher in there, and then we can like leave that AFK while we have our bamboo farm going down here to get some more bricks and everything like that, and go for the double on everything there. Decided to leave the shaders on for a little bit and do some building. So we have the pathway coming up here from the base, so we can actually get on top of the mountain now, and I think it's really cool. Right here, I decided to drop it down a little bit because we're going to build up the coastal dock area here soon, so I figured we'd drop this down, and then it starts to spike up really steep. The path gets skinnier and skinnier right here, and it kind of winds its way up the side of the mountain and disappears more or less into the snow right here. Then moving off into this direction, we're going to add that hut thing out in this side. I don't really know quite where it's going to go yet, but I'm going to get to work on that one. I went for a full diagonal build on this little shack that we have up here, and I think it worked out pretty well. I'm going to still mess up the snow around it to add some more variation and some snow piles like what we got going over here. But the AFK fish farm is in place on the inside, and it's pretty fantastic. All we're going to do is stand right here and do the whole fishing thing right over in here. So I need to also, I made a small area down here for some additional storage. We need to figure out how to get all the chests and hoppers down here. And then we can pretty much AFK up here as soon as we get a god rod, and we are good to go as far as getting a lot of free resources. If anybody is making one of these themselves, you got to make sure that that water block with the pressure plate on top of it has vision to the sky. So I added a glass block up here and was able to hide it in pretty easily with just, instead of using slabs, transitioning that over to some stairs right here, and it worked out pretty well. I'm thinking I might also add a fireplace, like a chimney up here, maybe in like this corner or something. That could be kind of cool, and then we can maybe move this window over a block. I feel like a fireplace is probably a good idea to have in a mountain top hideout of sort, or not a hideout, but an area where a guard would be stationed, they'd be pretty upset and probably not likely to tell about any invaders if they're sitting up here in the freezing cold. Looking at the village over the nighttime is so cool. I love this one. I love the atmosphere with all the snow and everything. Out here, I gotta say, this episode, the transformation that we have managed to accomplish here today, adding in those houses, all the trees and everything like that is just so cool. I really do love these flags that we're using as well. I think it adds so much color to here, but I think we can probably get some more color. I was thinking it might be kind of cool to go pick up some parrots and dot those around the area so we can have some more just dudes hanging out in this area. I don't want to bring villagers here because, you know, me and villagers, we don't mix well. More than we already have the villagers, and this is gonna burn. Now, one thing I forgot to mention before we do that, what do y'all think about adding bamboo to this area? I'm not sold on it. I think it could be kind of cool, but I also think it could be just overdoing it, and we don't really need it here. Let me know what all your thoughts are on adding bamboo into this area. Maybe once we get up to the monastery, we can have like a bamboo grove up there, like a tranquil garden, and they like brought in the bamboo, but it's not native to the area. Stupid parrot, take the seeds.
Hey, you're here too.
Yeah, don't mind me. Just my parrot's trapped in a corner here. We're best friends now, though. It's great.
Oh, did you tame him?
Yeah, I got a little buddy now.
Oh, that's so nice. He's red. Oh, I'm sorry, he's blue. He's red. He's clearly red.
He's bright red. Bright red.
What are you doing in this jungle?
I was looking for some of these guys. I figured in the snow back over, you know, in our little snowy biome, it was getting a little too bland and boring. So I wanted some color.
Right. You're right, and I've thought about getting parrots myself. I kind of want like one single red one to sit on my shoulder when I'm in my office. Just it'll look exactly like that. Exactly like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow, they follow your head movements. I didn't know that.
Do they? Ooh,
yeah. That's really cool.
You can have a little mini me. There we go.
I know. If we find a red one, I'd be happy to get one. But the real reason I was here is that I'm looking for name tags, and I figured instead of just, you know, making like one of those crazy AFK fishing farms, I would try to find them in temples.
I definitely didn't do that like 20 minutes ago. It's fine.
It's legal, but I'd rather like find them like,
where's
you
my
know,
buddy?
It's all about adventuring. I don't suppose you've seen a jungle temple around here, have you?
You know, there was one that I came across that was stuck out this way. I was kind of out in the middle of the water, and I figured it was a little hard to get to, and I was feeling quite lazy, so I avoided it for now. But I think if we walk over this way, we can find that for you.
Yes, please. That'd be great. It's been a while since I've even been inside one of these jungle temples. Is that what they're called, jungle temples?
Sure. Oh, there we go.
Desert.
Right over here.
Did you find it?
Yeah. Where are you at? I lost my parrot. I lost you, and I lost my parrot.
You lost
jungle.
your parrot?
They're so bad at following.
Oh, there you are. Oh, there's the temple. Nice. How did you lose your parrot, man? I kind of feel terrible now.
I'll go back for him. I know where he is. We're fine.
There's nothing else.
The extra
that's it.
chest, though. Didn't we just activated something for an extra chest back here?
That's what I thought. But oh wait, I think it's.
Ooh, did we open it? Something's moving. I'm hearing pistons move around.
Here, push. It doesn't look like anything back here is moving. I don't know where that sound is coming from.
I am so confused. These things.
Oh, I see it. Wait a minute. Where was this chest supposed to be?
Oh, does it come up above?
Look, it's right here. And there's more bones if you want them. I'll take the gold. You can have. Oh, the saddle. I need a saddle though. Do you have a saddle?
Go for it. You can have it. I got a few back at home.
Fantastic. Okay, well maybe there's no. Ooh, and it's nighttime too.
I brought my outdoor sleeping setup on me. I didn't bring a tent though this time. I know you're big on the whole tent thing, but you know we are in a jungle temple, so I got you.
Fantastic. Oh, I need to get these seeds out of my inventory. Oh, never mind. I was gonna sleep too. I'm like, I don't have to sleep. That's the way this works. Okay, well let's try to find another temple. Maybe this is a pretty big jungle.
What is that?
What's what?
See, behind the trees right there. Right this way. There's
another temple?
No, I swear I just saw it. Do you see this?
Oh!
What is going on here?
No, hold on.
We don't want to do this. Last time this did not work out well for us.
Yeah, let's stay away.
I think I'm gonna go get my parrot out of here and
Okay, wait. We have to. I'm gonna take a screenshot. The chords. We have to figure out what's going on here.
We learned anything last time. We do not want to be just the two of us here.
Yeah, I'm going this way.
Yeah, I think my buddy was over here, so I'm gonna go find him.
I'll help you find him.
All right, little parrot, where are you, buddy? Let's get out of here. We're out of the jungle, headed home. I've got 3 bluebirds with me, and it is time to get out of here. I'm gonna get these ones transported back home. We've set up a nether portal at the stronghold, so we should be able to get back pretty quickly, and I think that's gonna do it for today's episode. We gotta figure out what the heck is going on with that Sourceblock thing. Thank you all so much for watching today's episode. I hope you did enjoy. Please hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you on the flip side.